Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today? In fact, we kind of already know what's going on, don't we? Because yesterday, Harry, our dear villager and friend, has moved out, which means we have a new opening in the... Ooh, what? I just slapped my headphone cable for a second there. In Fawnhollow for a potential village to move in, and we have quite a few Nook Mile tickets saved up, so we'll be doing some very fun island hopping, which we haven't done for a while. Since, I can't even remember the last time Miriam moved in, I suppose. So Fuchsia moved out. But anyway, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 4:23 PM on Friday, March 12th, 2021. Now for today's announcements. Today we have a visitor staying at the campsite. Well, maybe we won't even need to do any island hopping if the person in this campsite is either Biscuit, Fauna, Apollo, or I forgot who the other one I'm looking for is. I don't know. I'll remember it if I see it. Oh, I forgot we changed what we look like. Something from Audie. Guess what, Rambler? I saw you in my dreams last night. It was crazy. So, tell me, were you there on purpose? I thought maybe you had something important to tell me. Like, why you were a huge dancing beetle? Let me know, Audie. Are these new letters? I don't remember seeing things like this before. Of course, sorry, label. We don't want your letters anymore. I don't want your letters anymore. Who am I missing? Biscuit, Apollo. Biscuit, Apollo, Fauna. Oh, Phoebe. Of course, Phoebe. So those are the four we're looking for right now. It's quite specific, I know. So we might not find them, in which case it's fine. We'll let whoever random move into our island. And they can stay here for a while until we get their portrait. And then they can move on and see what else the world has to offer. Ah, you are... I think I know your name, but not off the top of my head. Buck. Okay, I didn't know your name. Never mind. Unfortunately, Buck, you are not one of the pre-mentioned 4 out of 650 odd villagers, so, you know, I mean, the odds aren't in our favour, to be honest. But I suppose they'd be slightly more in our favour. It depends how populated each of those species are, because if you don't know, as I found out from reading or something, is today Friday? No, today's Thursday. So we have a visitor, I was late. I guess we should buy some bushes, maybe, I don't know. Didn't I say I was going to buy some bushes? Probably. I'll do it off camera, if I remember. If I don't, oh well. He'll be here like next week, probably. No, what was I saying? I don't remember. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the way that species... Sorry, random villages are chosen. We already got Rock and KK. Is that... Excuse me? Shamrock Soda. Let's buy that. Is that every time you load up a new island with a villager missing... when you... where it could have a villager you could invite to your island, it will randomly choose one of the species in the list of species in Animal Crossing, and then it will randomly choose one of the villagers from that list of species. So if if the villager you're looking for is a very popular villager like a cat, then you have like 1 in 27 or something chance every single island, once you already know it's a cat. So that's a very low probability. And the highest probability is like octopus or something, where there's only 3 of them, I believe. There's the takoyaki guy, whose name I can't remember. There's Octavian and Marina, I think. So yeah, let's use Nook Mile ticket. We're going to be island hopping. We're just going to be doing our usual thing, you know, all casual like don't even worry about it. We're just going to be chatting about whatever I've been up to today, which is I did a bit of programming. Actually, it's not so much programming, it's more like data analysis stuff, I guess. Practice and all that sort of thing. Little bit of machine learning. Ooh, fancy you. Then I recorded some Celeste. We got quite some distance in Celeste, which you'll see next Saturday, I suppose. So that'd be rather exciting. Or if you're not watching that series, then it won't be rather exciting. Honestly, and statistically, you're likely to. Bo! Aw, you're adorable. Unfortunately, we can't. If only we could. If only. So they rolled a deer, actually, this time. It could have been fauna, but I believe there's quite a few deers. I think it's like 1 in 12-ish. Alright, can I name all the deers off the top of my head? That'd actually be incredible. So we've got Diana. Are there any other snooty deers? I can't think of another snooty deer, but there might be. It's Diana, Fauna, Bo, Eric, Bruce, Zell. That one I can picture in my head, who's also smug, but I can't remember his name. That's 7. There might be more, but I don't know them off the top of my head. Oh, Fuchsia. So 8. At least 8. So it's not bad probabilities. There's a lot of dogs. I know that, so Biscuit's going to be quite hard to find. Phoebe, I don't think there's too many ostriches. Probably around 8 as well. Maybe less. Like, who is it? There's Flora, Queenie, of course, Phoebe herself. I forgot her name. Gladys, I think. I actually can't think of any more. Oh, there's that robot one, whose name I don't even know. That's probably more. I don't know them off the top of my head. So again, that probability's not too bad. But yeah. So I played. Oh, look. Speak of Gladys herself. Hello. Yeah. I played some Celeste. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Played Tango Tower yesterday. Have I done any drawing? No. I mean, there's like the only 3 things I do. At some point, I'm gonna add playing the piano back into it, but haven't done that. I mean, I did my dailies in Genshin. Oh, you know what? In Shiny Colors, Idolmaster Shiny Colors, which is a Japanese game I play, a gacha game I play. A new gacha set came out, and you know, not usually, but recently I've been doing my pulls and streaming it for my friends to watch. But this time I just did it in bed because, you know, I couldn't be bothered. and I pulled her. I pulled the banner card in 110 pulls, which is, you know, it's less than expected. The expected pulls is like 200 or something. So getting her early was like, actually I don't think, it's not the expected pulls is 200, is if you do 200 pulls you're expected to pull one of her. At least, so it's probably the probability is probably around like 150 or something is when you're expected to get her by, like 50-50 chances, my guess. I don't know, I'd have to do the cumulative probability or that sort of thing. It's not that hard, you just do 0.995, is that right? To power of whatever many things. You know, we can do that right now. We just get Google out. 0.995 to the power of 100. What's that? About 0.6. So it'd be a 40% chance we got her by 100. Oh, static. I had you before in Wild Wild, I think. So we got her on our 110th pull. That's about 43% chance, which is not bad, you know. About 50-50. So yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't get the other banner card, but I don't really care so much for the other banner card. So yeah, that was exciting. I'll be doing some more. I'll be doing some my own Genshin Impact pulls, I suppose, in 5 days when Venti's banner comes back. All of this is absolute nonsense and doesn't make sense to you. So if you don't play either of those games, which you probably don't, so we're going to be talking on about something else. What was I thinking about recently? There's something I was thinking about recently. Oh, what was it? And I was like, oh, this would be so good to talk about in an Animal Crossing episode, because that's basically what we do nowadays, is I talk about random nonsense for about half an hour. What was it? Oh, you know, it was because, I can't remember what I was looking up. It might have been like a programming thing or something, I can't remember. But I was looking up something, and I was trying to find more recent posts about something. And I saw a post, and I saw, oh, 20, and it said the date on the Google search. It was like, excuse me, like January 2016 or something. I was like, oh, January 2016, that's only 2 years ago. That's kind of recent. I clicked on it, and then the thing was like 5 years ago, and I was like, what? And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh my god, it's 2021. It's not 2018. For some reason, and I think I was enlightening at that moment as I sat there for a bit, and I was like, my brain thinks it's still in 2018. Like, why is my brain, not like it stopped growing up or something, it's frozen in time in 2018. It's just like, the mental clock on it has stopped at 2018, and it proceeds to go no further. Are you Maple? No, you're not Maple. Who are you? You are Maple. Never mind. For some reason I thought Maple had a different top. I thought she had a yellow top, but maybe that was in the previous versions. Maybe you are adorable, but unfortunately not who we're looking for. Yeah, I was like, wow, my brain thinks it's in 2018 still. And I was trying to think of the significance of that. And I was like, it's not quite the year I graduated from university, but it's not too far off, I guess. So I was like, why does my brain think it's stuck in 2018? And, you know, I could not come up with a conclusive answer, but from what I understand from a lot of young adults, I guess that's sort of a, you know, 21, was that 21 in 2018? Yeah, it was 21, right? Maybe that's just like the point where your brain freezes in time. It's like, oh, I'm 21 forever. And then, you know, that's just where it is. That's why all your judgments are from. You know, because you'll see like the year 2010 or something, and I'll be like, oh, that was like, I don't know, that was about like, well, I was going to say it was about 8 years ago. I guess the difference from 8 years and 11 years, and kind of that aspect isn't that big a difference. It's like 25% or so. A bit over 25%, like 30% or something. And For minutia, that doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know, at some point it's going to happen. You know, we're going to be in like year 2030, I'm going to look at year 2010 and be like, oh, that was since like 10 years ago, and I actually look at the calendar, I'm like, wait, it's 20 years ago. Oh, look, Marina. We were just who we're talking about, you know? Rolled octopus, and there's a 1 in 3 chance you get Marina. Even though we don't need to talk to them, I feel like it's a bit rude jumping onto the island and just flying away immediately. But my friend Benedict's already got Marina on his island, so that obviously means I can't have her as well. No, it doesn't mean that at all. Plus my friend Ali's got Audie on her island, his island. Got her on his island is what I meant to say, but you know, I just like cut out words there for some reason because, you know, why say many words when a few words do trick or something? That's like a Parks and... no, Office reference? I think it's Office, I don't know, I haven't seen either of them to be honest. But yeah, no. What other gaming news has come out recently? It Takes Two, there's a trailer. Because I was thinking about... I was talking with Benedict about this recently. I was like, oh, we should play It Takes Two because, you know, like we played a lot of the We Were Here series together. Well, we played the entire We Were Here series together and we really liked it. And I was like, this seems like something which is along the same sort of like path or alleyway. That's not the same sort of trajectory. And I was like, oh, we'll probably enjoy playing this. Why don't you play this? And he was like, yeah. And then, I kid you not, a couple of days later, the studio who creates We Were Here, whose name I can't remember actually off the top of my head, released a new trailer for a new game in their series called We Were Here Forever. Because it was We Were Here 2, We Were Here Together, We Were Here Forever. Is now this fourth one. I guess We Were Here Forever. That's probably what we're going for. Or maybe not, I don't know. You are... I should know your name. But I don't know your name. Leo? Rex. Okay, I didn't know your name at all actually, it turns out. Yeah, and I was like, oh, Benny, let's do it. Well, what's amusing is I've actually recorded the past playthrough of me and Benedict playing We Were Here 2 and We Were Here together. Am I gonna ever upload it to YouTube? I don't know. It's obviously, this was something I've recorded before. It was basically testing OBS and testing like getting the balance right. So obviously the audio balance is bad because I'm insanely quiet and Benedict is quite loud in it. But that can be edited slightly, not quite so much because I didn't save it as an MQA and MKB. Saved it as an FLV because, you know, video player formats or whatever. I think that's what it defaults to. I can't remember. But you know, you can still edit it and put subtitles in and that sort of thing. It's something I've been considering is that maybe I should like cut it up into like a montage or a highlight reel of what we do. And when I put subtitles on, so it's a bit easier to follow exactly what I'm saying. And from there, it might be a bit of an entertaining watch. And then, I don't know, I could pose that idea to Benedict of recording We Were Here Forever, but I don't know. I feel like it's a bit strange bringing that on someone because I'm obviously here my own volition. I'm like, oh, I want to record this, so why don't I record it and put it up? To be fair, Benedict has appeared in some previous Animal Crossing videos and he was pretty down for it, so I don't know. I feel like it's a different board game playing a puzzle game, like, and trying to also be mildly entertaining at the same time, trying to, you know, keep the conversation flowing, that sort of thing, because your brain's not 100% focused on, you know, trying to speak at every possible opportunity and trying to fill up every single second of every single day, or that sort of thing. Conversationally speaking. Because you're not like, ooh, rather than being like, okay, let's now think about this problem and sit there in silence about something, you're going to be like, okay, I've got to think about this problem, but I also got to say something mildly entertaining, or I've got to fill in the dead air somehow. I guess this is kind of what being a radio host must be like, but I don't know. I've never been one. Never had to be in a podcast or anything like this. If anything, it was my own podcast where we talk about nothing. Which you might say is kind of a bit counterproductive to an actual podcast. Seeing as actual podcasts usually have some sort of thematic thing tying them together, allowing you to really riff off that and get current news and current events and discuss things relating to it, and, you know, all the listeners will get a good sense of an idea of what they're getting into when they check out your podcast, if it's called like all Good Eats or something like that. You'd be like, oh, it's probably something to do with food, maybe like it's a restaurant review thing, or it's a cooking podcast about that sort of thing where we give tips and that sort of thing. But here it's just talking about literally whatever comes to mind. It's not like you see the username Dear Darling and be like, oh, maybe they talk about deers all the time. Or writing love letters, I don't know. It's all just like whatevers. And because it's so whatevers, I suppose, that's why it's not really a podcast, it's just me playing Animal Crossing in the end. Which I guess is why I kind of called it a video diary instead of podcast, because, you know, I don't want to be misleading. I don't want people to think, ooh, this must be a structured thing, radio show where the host and bounces ideas off other guests and whatever, and have divided sections and stuff. And you know, I don't really know what goes on the podcast. I've only ever listened to one, so sorry, but I got a little bit distracted. What was I talking about? I don't know, like podcast or something. Yeah, I've only ever listened to one podcast, and it was like a voice acting podcast or something, and it was on some very long road trip to, I don't even remember where, to be honest. And I was kind of falling in and out of drowsiness in the backseat of a car, so I don't really remember all that much about it. Are you Sylvia? It's really hard to tell from down here. You're a purple kangaroo. I think you're Sylvia, right? Sometimes I surprise myself with how well I remember. Yeah, you're Sylvia. Animal Crossing villagers' names. Even due to the fact that I haven't even had a lot of these villagers ever on my island or anything of that sort. Never even met them before, but still. It's kind of like Pokemon, isn't it? When you see a Pokemon, you'll be like, oh, I probably know how to name you. Or saying that, there's probably a lot of Pokemon now which I don't know how to name. I could probably do everything from Generation 1 up to Generation 5, and then Generation 6 and Generation 7 I could probably do about like 70% off, and Generation 8 I'm going to say about 50% off. Oh wait, is Generation 8 Sword and Shield? Wait, 5 is Black and White, 6 is X and Y, 7 is Sun and Moon, 8 is Sword and Shield, right? Is that right? I can't tell if that's right or not. I wonder when we're going to get Generation 9. That's always hype, isn't it? Seeing new starters, that sort of thing. Maybe Kickstarter. You know? It could just be like a gaming podcast, these Animal Crossing things, but I don't want to talk about gaming news, I don't know. Then I'm going to have like researched opinions and stuff on things. No, I'm joking, obviously. Research opinions always a good thing to have, but like, I mean, like, game journalism, not really my passion. I just sort of I want to go on sites like Reddit and just go on r// games and just blaze through like about 15 of the post titles, and then stumble up across one I like and click on it and be like, ooh, interesting. And then, you know, and go about my day. Actually talking about it for half an hour is probably a whole different ball game, especially when I can't just say whatever comes to mind. Well, I suppose you could, but then, you know, it's more like reading from a script, which is, you know, fine. I can it's not like I don't know how to read from a script or anything like that. It's just, isn't it a bit more liberating, I suppose, randomly speaking? Cole, that was your name. I knew your name, but I couldn't remember it. Because, we've seen you before on these islands. It's probably how I learned a lot of these random villagers' names. How they stuck into my memory, the imprint they've made onto me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should listen to podcasts. Or it's not really my sort of thing, because I know a lot of people like to listen to podcasts while they're working or doing something. I don't like listening to things when I'm working, like if I'm like programming, or if I'm drawing, I guess it's fine, that sort of thing. But different things require my concentration. So when I actually need to like think and concentrate on something, don't like listening to something. My brain gets too stuck on the words which are pouring into my ears, if I was to phrase it in a very I was going to say poetic. It's not very poetic at all. It's very sort of on the nose, isn't it? And not particularly great imagery. Yeah, my brain sort of fixates on the noise, the words I'm trying to make, and trying to concentrate on each thing a person saying, when really it should just be something which you're drowning out and mindlessly doing as you're doing something else, which I can do while drawing, but most of the time I'm kind of not like I want to watch a podcast. I just suppose I watch Northern Line videos. You I know you. You're like Bretta, or you are I can't remember your name. Bettina, that was it. I got kind of most of it. I got the B-E-T-T and the ending with A. Just, you know, I put an extra R on there and missed out the N and the I. I missed it in there. Bettina. I don't know, there's a pun in there somewhere. I couldn't think of it though. There is no R, it's only in. Something like that. That's not even a pun. Doesn't make any sense. See, if I tried to have a structured podcast like that, I wouldn't be able to make bad puns like that anymore. I couldn't sing anymore, you know? It's unbefitting for a woman of my caliber. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, I don't know. What am I going to do on the weekend? I'm gonna finish off that thumbnail art for the video which is going to follow Spiritfarer, which is surprisingly not done yet. It's actually, it still feels like it's got about four more episodes in it, so I might have started with some thumbnail out a bit early, but you know, better early than later. And that means I can just work on the next one, which will be, it's probably going to be the one after Tangle Tower, is my guess. Which, I don't even know which one that's going to be yet, because it depends on if there's a Steam sale on time. Because otherwise I will have to play a game which I already own, or I'd have to buy one. And buying them is expensive when games are like £30. Oh, Eugene, I had you in mind, you leave down. But buying games is expensive if it's not on sale. So, you know, maybe I should just look up when's the next Steam sale. I think March. There's not really, it could be an Easter sale. When's Easter? I don't know. Has there already been Easter? No, it's been Pancake Day. A while back. And it's about a month after Pancake Day. Okay, let's see. When is next Steam sale? Steam sale dates. When is next Steam sale? It's likely to be the summer one? That's so long. Steam has run a spring sale in the past, but we haven't had one for the past 2 years. And we aren't expecting one this year either. Oh, okay. So it's not till June. No, I don't want to visit someone. No, actually, I'm good. Orville, you know? So if we don't get an update till... Gosh. If we don't get an update until summer, I'm going to have to try and find a game to play. I suppose, you know, this is a thing where you open up Epic Games. See what free games there is in the store right now. See what free games you've got in your library, which qualify as a puzzle game. That's right, let's think. Tango Tower is about 7 hours long, so that's about 7 weeks. Yeah, that's obviously not going to take me to Oh, I got logged out my Epic Games account. What? Log me back in. You might say I shouldn't be doing this in the middle of an Animal Crossing episode, and you know I kind of agree, but also, you know, I'm doing it anyway, so like, what are you going to do? Stop me? Is that what email I used for Epic Games? I don't remember. Oh, I know you. The credentials I'm using are invalid. Oh gosh. I did not mean to shake that tree. I meant to hop over. You're like Avery or something? You're not Avery. No, but Avery's a different eagle. You like Rocco? Buzz. I don't know, it's kind of got the same vibe as Rocco. I might have to look at my phone and see. Sorry. You have to hear me unplugging my phone. See what my Google Authenticator app used. It doesn't say which email I used. Oh gosh. Nearly dropped it. I'm ready to go home. Take me home. Country roads to the place where I belong. I don't know if I use this email. That's probably the password I used. If I didn't use this password, I used... Okay, I'll use this password. Do we have another ticket? We don't have another ticket. Oh, I must not have used this email then. I must have used this email. I don't know why Epic Games signed me out of it, to be honest. There we go. Put in my code. Like my Google Authenticator. Hopefully you can decipher what I was saying by how I was typing. I should change your email because that's an old email I'm using for this. Let's see. Store. What's a free game for today? Surviving Mars. Never heard of it. I'll take it anyway. Redeems the Nook Mile points. Surviving the Aftermath. View offers. Get. You know, you just do this every so often in Epic Games. You just go like, I wonder what Epic Games has in store for me today. I'm not going to share my email with Paradox Interactive. I'm sorry. So we've only got about 7 more tickets. That's not a lot. I guess I'll grab 4 this time. And then we'll do 3 next time. If we even got time for it. Oh, we've got about 5 minutes, so we might not have time for it. Or I might just make this an extra long episode, I don't know. It's not like I'm doing anything much anyway. I'm just trying to look through my games. Okay, which of these is a puzzle game? Subnautica? That's more of an exploration game, isn't it? AER? I don't even know what that is. That game? Or that game? That game's going to be coming after one from Spiritfarer. Darkest Dungeon? Maybe. I guess it's kind of a... Oh, Fez! I could play Fez. That's a puzzle game. You know, I'm going to add that to the notepad so I don't forget it. Fez? Question mark? Spoilers. That's okay. Like, not many people actually watch this Animal Crossing video anyway, so they won't even know what the series will be. Ooh, I've got that game. I didn't know I had that game. I'll add that to the list of potential games to play. This is why it's great. You know, you used to find out all these different games which I never knew I had. Night in the Woods, that's a fantastic game that was given out for free recently. I wish I could play that again and not know what happens. But unfortunately, I've already played through it. I need to play through it a second time at some point, but, you know, it's not quite got that same wow factor the first time, I suppose. Okay. That's a good game. Let's put on my list. That game could also be a puzzle game, I suppose. Oh, hello. Buck, Bruce. Buck's our visitor for today. I suppose we can also go on itch.io. Because I have bought a bundle on itch.io before. And we can have a look through there to see any other puzzle games that might jump out of overs. It was a Black Lives Matter bundle because Black Lives do matter. And just in case you thought, I thought they didn't, which would be very strange. But I can just look through. How do I find the bundles? Browse bundles? My bundles? Is there my bundles? Oh my god. Recommendations dashboard. Sales and bundles. No. Where do I find stuff I bought? View profile? No, that's not right. That's just got my banner. My library. Oh, my purchases. Here we go. Bundles. Don't know how I missed it. Alright, what puzzle games we got in here? Game assets. Celeste. That's what I'm playing Celeste on right now. Short Hike. Already got that game. Moonbase Art School. Mortician's Tale. I've heard about this. I don't really remember it. I know your name. I know your name, but I can't think of it right now. That's it. Beacon? That looks like an interesting game. There's a lot of like small games that you can find, especially in this bundle. Like, you know, like 2-hour adventures or something, which you can just play for a little bit, and then, you know, that's it. Oh, Minute. That's actually really good. That's a really good one. I'm gonna put that on my list. Now we've got a lot of them. It's just a lot of potential gaming options, but oh, I've heard about this game. I'm gonna add this one to the list as well. A lot of different potential options that we could be playing, but we're gonna have to wait until we actually get to that sort of point now. And I don't actually own half these games I put on the list. Games that have been recommended, like Talos Principle and what's the other one? Is this a puzzle game? This looks like Papers, Please-esque. This doesn't say what sort of oh no, hold on. This is not the right thing I want. Is this a multiplayer game? It's kind of hard to tell. There's no tags. What? Do we have no more tickets? Excuse me? Oh no, I didn't click I wanna fly. I wanna fly, wanna fly, wanna fly. Aye, aye. It's time for takeoff. It's a community thing. I don't know. This seems like a cute game. Looks like a multiplayer game. What? A lot of horny games are up in here. Not gonna lie. Oh, Nuclear Throne, I heard of it. That's not really a puzzle game. This game is a multiplayer game, so I can't play that. I could play that. This looks like a pretty game. I don't know what this is. This looks like a story game, though. This is literally a visual novel. It says a visual novel on it. It's an interesting one. Oh, it reminds me of that visual novel, what's it called? Don't Make Love. I downloaded it ages ago because it was released for free because unfortunately I believe the developer has unfortunately passed away. And I've been meaning to check it out because it was a game I've heard about ages ago, but then I forgot to check it out ages ago. Would I record that? Probably not. Or maybe I will, I don't know. Maybe if I ever start doing the Fabled streams, I can start streaming some random games. No, that's probably a good time to save a lot of these random itch.io games. To play through ones which look interesting. They give them like 30 minutes or something in the spotlight. Alright, let's stop browsing through that. How long have we been going for? About half an hour now? Ugh. Maybe we should round up this episode. Okay, no, I'll do these last few tickets. It probably won't take too much longer. Because we're here. I'm going to be doing them anyway, why not? I suppose there's a difference while talking while doing them and not. So I'll finish these few tickets I got in my inventory off, and I'll do the last 4 or 3 off camera. And then we will round up this episode there. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a productive Animal Crossing episode, amusingly enough. Not in the sense of Animal Crossing, and in Animal Crossing terms, I don't think we've been productive for like the past year. Speaking of which, it's almost like we've almost played a whole year of Animal Crossing now. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. What was I talking about before? Podcast, right? Sorry, you might hear a lot of construction or something outside. Hopefully it's not too loud. I don't know what's going on. They're mowing the lawn. One of the neighbours opposite. It's a bit, yeah, I don't know. Podcasts, maybe they're just not my thing. Maybe I'm the sort of person who wants to sit here and speak for hours on end, but I don't want to listen to someone else speaking for hours on end. Oh no, you could have been Apollo. I don't even know who you are. I've never seen you before. Frank. Why are there so many cranky, eagle villagers? Strange, huh? Anyway, we'll go about our business. And by our business, I mean our walkabouts. As we wait for the perfect villager to come along, and we'll invite them to our island. And yeah, I didn't really think about the rest of that sentence, but still. Yeah, because another reason I can't really do a podcast, you might have like high audio quality, but I'm just like moving about all over the place like this. Like, ooh, what am I trying to do? Some weird ASMR 3D hairdresser thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's basically someone made like an audio project using surround sound, which kind of sounds like there's a hairdresser like cutting around your head, I guess. The directionalism, I suppose. It's very impressive, I'm not gonna lie. There's also one about like you being like interrogated by like a mafia boss or something. I can't remember. That one I have a vague memory of. I don't know if I just made it up or not, or if it actually exists. But yeah, it'd probably be a bit distracting in the podcast if instead of me just sitting here reading, I'd just be like, ooh, what's this? Oh, sorry, looking at my other screen, noisy keyboard, tap 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 tap. Yeah, again, that's what it is anyway. So really, I shouldn't give myself too much credit here, if anything. You're not Coco. You're Bonbon? You're someone like that. Yeah, Bonbon. So we've officially run out of tickets. Not officially, we've got technically 3 more in reserve. For that, I'll do off camera, because for now, it's going to be a bit of a pain otherwise. Or it's going to add like 10 more minutes to this episode, which is a bit unnecessary. So, I suppose, we'll round this episode off here. If you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. This hasn't been a podcast, by the way. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated, because this is a YouTube video. Links down below. I hope we can see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. And I said this a bit early because we didn't even quite get into the loading screen. So, until next time, bye bye for now.